Hey there, Zach Duke again. Welcome back to Just a Cyber Minute, where we help you secure your organization one step at a time. Today, I actually want to talk a little bit about change management, some tips and tricks to actually simplify the process, and best practices as a financial institution to help you prepare for your exam and your next audit. So the first thing that we would recommend is to go ahead and simplify change management by removing a couple of components. The first one you want to think about removing is project management. If you don't have a project management policy, I strongly encourage you to implement it. Actually, we have a template on our resource center, and if you would want to log in, you can download that. Make sure that you have a process for major projects and remove it from the change management process and call it project management. Okay, that's number one. Number two is your day-to-day technical IT tasks. So things like patch management, maybe adding a new laptop, adding a new workstation. Those things just need to be managed in the normal ticketing system and not necessarily in a defined change management process with approvals. Now, tiers that are high or critical changes. Think of things on the technical side like firewall ports being opened, server configurations, maybe a policy variance, core changes, specifically thinking of things like parameters, user access changes. All these things need to be looked at as a different scenario where you have a baseline of expectations, and then things that are above and beyond, you want to have a formal approval process. And secondarily, and perhaps most importantly, to create a culture of governance inside your institution, you want to start thinking about how do I prove and validate that the change was configured correctly. So there's a couple of things that we've seen that work really well. The first thing is being able to have a system and a process to be able to document who requested the change, have the changes be automated to the approvers, so using technology or a process internally to make sure that the approver gets notification that they need to approve it. Additionally, once the change has been implemented, have a process to be able to attach documentation and files at the end for proof and validation. And what that does is it creates a culture of governance and assist your institution. Whether you're a small institution, maybe you're an institution that's going up over $1 billion assets or over $1 billion assets, you need to start thinking about things like FDICA compliance and validation of examiner and audit expectations, right? So in today's Just a Cyber Minute, just to recap a couple of things. Project management's separate than change management. Your day-to-day tasks is separate from change management. And then look hard at the process that you have in place for change management today and what you need to have in place to be able to document that process going forward. Thanks so much for your time today.